6 o'clock. Okay, well, what our plan is we'll call the meeting to order. Welcome, everyone. We'll say the prayer or the Pledge of Allegiance, do roll call, and then we will do the swearing in of the newly elected council members and re-elected council members. So, Happy New Year's. Dear God, we pray for your Spirit to lead us each step of this new year. We ask for your wisdom, for your strength and power with which to guide our decisions. We pray for your protection over our families, friends, and members of our military. We ask that you would provide for the needs of our residents and that they shall prosper. Help us be generous, kind, and look to the needs of others. It is in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oops, sorry.
Roll call, please.
Baker. Here. Bassett.
Here.
Where you been?
Ridgway.
Present.
Jones.
Here.
Beverly.
Here.
Barth.
Here.
Okay, well, I guess we'll step forward and we'll do the oaths of office, and we'll have all the re-elected council members, Ron, Mike, and Larry, up front here. I think the newspaper wants to get a picture. You know, this is going to start out with I, and then you each say your name. And then repeat after me, and I'll try to, do kind of short phrases because I forget, I forget what was said, so. I do hereby solemnly swear
Do hereby solemnly swear
that I shall support the Constitution of the United States,
that I shall support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the ordinances of the Village of Hicksville.
and the ordinances of the Village of Hicksville.
I shall not be influenced
I shall not be influenced
by any consideration
by any consideration
except that of merit and fitness
except that of merit and fitness
in the appointment or discharge of employees.
in the appointment or discharge of employees.
I shall not make
I shall not make
or authorize the expenditure
or authorize the expenditure
of public money
of public money
except for the consideration
except for the consideration
in efficient service to the village.
and efficient service to the village.
I shall faithfully,
I shall faithfully,
honest and impartially
honest and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of members of the village council,
as a member of the village council,
Hicksville, Ohio,
Hicksville, Ohio,
Defiance County, Ohio,
Defiance County, Ohio,
for the term ending December 31st,
for the term ending December 31st,
2021,
2021,
to which I've been elected,
to which I have been elected.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Way to go, guys. Cheryl will have these for you to sign. There is that police officer still in there.
You can find yours and sign it and then pass it on.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, I'm feeling a little fairly partial, but I'm likely to get a
Else I need one and one.
Yeah.
As old
Have you ever done it that way before?
likely to get over it.
When I was brought in, they just did it right here
Signature, sir.
with nobody.
All right.
TV,
It's nice to have that
Be biased, yeah.
hard out of the way.
Unfair and biased.
Okay, the next thing on the agenda is the election of a council president.
I'd like to nominate Michael Barth.
I would like to nominate Eric Bassett.
Okay.
He'd be good.
Any other nominations? Would someone, oh my gosh, how do we do
Do we
this?
need a second on each nomination?
Yeah,
Vote to close them. Move to close the nomination.
Yeah. I move we close the nomination.
Now you get a second.
I'll second
Like
it.
to close?
Okay. You caught up, Cheryl?
Yep.
All right. Now,
They do the roll call on closing the nomination.
oh, okay, yeah. Okay, well, we'll do a roll call on that. I guess I'm getting ahead of
I
myself.
move we close the
Sorry,
nomination.
it's been done.
Yeah, Cheryl has to do roll call.
What do we got here?
Baker,
Yeah.
Bassett,
Yes.
Barth,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Ridgway.
Yes.
How do we proceed, Troy? With two names on there.
I would say you vote.
vote around.
You vote for who, you know.
Yeah. Instead of doing a yay or nay, I guess you could have each individual person say, I mean, otherwise you could say who votes for Bassett and whoever wants to vote yes for him.
First of all, you
votes.
gotta see if they even want it. You didn't want it last time I
I
nominated
do it this
you.
time.
I think Mike could do better. He's been in office longer.
So you don't want it? You're not
Not
interested?
this time.
Well, that's a good idea.
We fixed that problem.
That's a good suggestion.
I appreciate the nomination, but
You still need to vote on it.
Okay, would you do roll call, Cheryl, on voting and Mike Barth as council president, please?
Jones,
For Mike, yes.
Ridgway,
Yes.
Bassett,
yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Barth.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Mike?
Thanks.
Next meeting, we'll have your seat move over here. I changed the seating around sometimes at the beginning of the year, but I told Cheryl I wasn't gonna do it till after we did the nomination of the president of council, so we knew if anyone was gonna move around.
How's that for me?
Training.
No, Mike.
Okay. You have in your packet the December 18th regular council meeting minutes and also the December 27th special council meeting minutes. So we'll,
I move we approve the minutes as written.
both dates,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Baker,
Yes.
Bassett,
Yes.
Ridgway,
Yes.
Barth,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Okay. There are no bills tonight because Cheryl cut those off earlier in December and she has to get her records, the year end closed off and stuff before she can pay any more bills, so. I assume there were no boards or commission meeting held or any council committee
Cemetery.
cemetery map. Would you like,
Did
Where-
Did you get them? They're on the bulletin board. I put them out there because I go to work so early, I can't get in here.
If you drop them in the
The box?
slot, we'll get them.
Oh, yeah, we met, I think it was the 20th. The minutes are out there, she'll probably put them in the next packet. Everything's gone good, there's a few things they want to change out there, and they're all to the good. Guys are doing wonderful.
thank you. All right, any other boards or committees that map? Okay. We will go on to the administrator's report.
You all got the handout. Didn't have a whole lot to report. The Furno power cots sold. That gentleman is supposed to pick them up this week. So,
We were the invoice situation squared away.
we can create any invoice, and you can create it right there on Municipal bid if you want. But we were pleased to see that the bid was as high as it was. We did a safety inspection with OSHA, the perps, I should say, and so I included that in there. Some items, like the lighted sign, we might just go with no exit sign at all, because it's just a paper sign up there. And if you're gonna have a sign, it should be lighted, and I said, do we have to have a sign? He said, no, technically you don't. So, that's in the zoning office. So, that's about it.
Does anyone have any questions about anything that you see on here? Do you want to mention the refuge pickup this week? Yes.
Yes, I can. Everyone should have got a schedule when their containers were delivered. I know some people put that information aside and then say they're going to look at it later, and they may forget or may forget where they put it. But whenever there's a holiday, they always pushed it back a day. But it's not every holiday. It's not like Columbus Day but your major holidays, they're gonna push delivery back one day. So check your schedule. If you have any questions, call Whirler.
But it's Thursday this week. Okay.
I got one question on that. For the general or the bulk item pickup, is there any way to schedule that between Christmas and New Year's? Because everybody has extra stuff to put out from wrapping or whatever Christmas items they had.
We don't do that. We didn't opt for that one. We opted for 2 bulk items a month.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
but I
just like
mean,
the big bulk
the bulk pickup is the 3rd week. Is there any way just to move it between Christmas for the month of December? Because you've seen how much trash people had out there last week.
I think that's something we can discuss with them for next year. To put it, the December particular pickup, put it the last week, at least after
Yeah,
Christmas.
because I don't know if you drove around and seen all that trash.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
We
Well, they're
picked some
used
stuff
to,
up,
they're
too.
used to doing that. They're just gonna
Right.
have to get used to this way now.
Yeah.
It's just another
Hats
week.
off to Whirlers, because I seen their guys getting out of them trucks and hand loading stuff
Yeah,
from people that had stuff, we're not supposed to load over the lid has to go closed. These were piled 3 foot higher, and I don't mean 1 or 2, 8 a lot. And then stuff sitting all the way around them, and kudos to Whirler because they took care of us.
yes, but next time, you know.
Yeah, and
That's right.
they shouldn't, or else people will become
Right.
adept to that.
Right.
Right.
That's why I just wondered if they moved the bulk to the last.
And people might need to be reminded that they are not supposed to leave their containers out by the street.
Out by 7, in by 7.
But you're talking more people with bags of wrapping paper
Correct.
and boxes. I mean, to me, that's not really a bulk item. That's just extra stuff. They'd have to maybe put some in the following week or,
If I may, I
Sit that
think that would include also, though, Mike, the possibility that you get a new entertainment center or a new fridge and they put that one out. That could possibly happen, so it might be something we want to look into just for December.
Sure.
For them to push that back past Christmas.
These looked at.
It's a learning process.
Any other questions for the administrator?
Picking up Christmas trees, have they started that? Or- yeah.
We've already got a couple.
We will go on to the solicitor's report.
I just have 2 things. As I mentioned at the last meeting, my project for the month of January is to get that Sherwood income tax thing done and moved on so that we can start once their 6-month contract's up in June. And the other thing the mayor asked before the meeting, asked me if we could have an executive session when we're done with everything else to talk about economic development. So we can wait until everything else is done.
Any questions for the solicitor? Okay, thanks, Troy. We will go on to the police chief. Hopefully you had a good holiday.
It's the funnest thing, yes. We have received about 5 or 6 requests for applications we've sent out. I don't know as of this point if we've got some yet in the mail or not. We had received one that was promising, but I haven't been back in yet. I've been off for a few days with the holiday here to check and see exactly how many we've gotten.
What was your cutoff date on that?
Today,
Today?
yes. So we'll see if we get a couple in the mail yet in the next couple of days. Other than that, does anybody have any questions? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Bruce Hart, are you here for the fire chief?
Scott couldn't make it tonight, so as you see on your report, we need a replacement for Mr. Headley for the firefighters dependent fund to go on the board. And I need from the council, one of the council members, be a liaisons to us for that.
So how often do they meet? Like, as
They really don't.
I had it a couple times.
It all depends on the need of the,
Okay, I was just curious. Don't hear much about it, so.
you know.
Would anybody like to
I'll
volunteer?
volunteer for them.
Are you, is Ron already on it in another capacity?
Am I?
Yeah, you're on it already.
They must not meet very often at all.
How am I on it?
Well,
For that?
there were 2 council members that were actually on it. And you were one of them, and Mike Headley was the other one, as I recall from back when I took care of it.
Yeah.
That, Larry, would you like to be on it? I mean, they really don't meet. We can tell you what it is. It's,
Okay, I'll volunteer to.
They really don't meet.
And he's laughing now.
but we'll tell you what it is. I mean,
Now you will, after I volunteered.
yeah, well,
Okay.
if it was time consuming at all, I would tell you what it's on. It's just, it's a required volunteer firefighters dependents fund is money that the village pays like $150 into, or is it 300?
300.
So $150 twice a year into a fund in the state of Ohio that covers just what it says, firefighters dependents. And I have never known them to have a reason to meet.
Either have I, and I've been on 33 years, so.
So Ron says they did, which
Sounds like a good
maybe then
committee to be on.
that discuss what the
No.
job was, but,
No.
okay. But I mean, it's pretty much, you're listed on the board for Hicksville, and I don't know really what would cause a meeting to have to be held.
Well, and then every June, see, you would be either June or July, you have to throw a steak party, steak roast at your house.
As long as Diane buys the steak, that'll be fine.
So we need a motion. I'll make that motion for Larry Ridgway to take over that position.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Baker?
Yep.
Bassett?
Yes.
Ridgway?
Abstain.
Barth?
Yes.
Beverly?
Yes.
Jones?
Yes.
Thank you for volunteering, Larry.
Yeah, thank you.
Larry.
Thanks, Bruce. Okay, then we'll have our EMS chief, Cody.
I just wanted to kind of let council know, we had 354 runs in 2017, which is down a little bit from last year, which is a good thing. We've billed out 340 of those so far. I think we've got like 3 or 4 of them left. We had like 15 over the weekend, so
Really?
between the weekend and the couple of days we were off last week,
Wow.
we were busy. And both students are doing well in class. They've both stayed in touch really well. They've come up and studied with us a few times.
Great.
And that's all I have.
Well, good.
And then I'm working on a fiscal report for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any questions? Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, no park director. So we will go on to the fiscal officer's report.
I have hardly anything this time, just the month-to-date, year-to-date cash report. Hopefully, it's the bottom line for 2017. And I also have, I sent out new council information. They're having a seminar 3 different times, 3 different places. And since none of them are near here, I looked them all up, and they're all within 3 hours, so you can take your pick of any of them you want to go to. And even if you've been on council forever, you can still go.
Any questions for Cheryl? So this is our year-end cash statement, so this tells our story of, you know, what our revenue receipts were for the year compared to our expenses paid, so. So then we will go on to the mayor's report, and in your packet, you have a committee list. And you can see that there were some blanks where council president needs to go in. I need a couple people on the tree commission yet. If there's anybody that would love to be on the tree commission, my number is 6161 at my office. You can tell them you'd like to be on the tree commission. The term would be, one of the terms is from 2,000, I don't know how those numbers got to be empty. I don't know whose names are on them, if they're empty right now, but
I think they,
you think, okay, well, it says one of the terms is gonna go through 2019 and one of the terms is gonna go through 2020, so. If you have an interest in the trees in the community, give me a call.
Mayor, don't you need to replace one of the guys on the zoning board of appeals?
Let's see here. I don't think so.
No, it's not good.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, we'll have to consider, take that under consideration. Taylor Klepper has agreed to, he volunteered actually to be on the planning commission. He wanted to get involved in the community, and with Larry coming on council, that left an opening on the planning commission board, and I asked Taylor if he was interested, and he jumped right on it. So I'm happy to have Taylor interested in getting involved in the community. So that's pretty much all we have on the agenda. I would like someone to make a motion to go in executive session.
One other thing, Mayor, on our list of contacts, see, in the police department, we've got Kirk Stickney, and then we go to Garrett Franz. Isn't Craig Doctor next in command?
Should have been next on the list anyway.
Garrett there.
For a sergeant.
Get the information to Cheryl, I wasn't aware of that one.
Okay, Cheryl will take care of that. Thanks for,
There's 5, not even.
Yeah, 5 of the police officers aren't there, but
thanks for bringing that to our attention. Cheryl will get that corrected.
Mayor, I would like to have an executive session to discuss economic development.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Jones?
Yes.
Beverly?
Yes.
Barth?
Yes.
Baker?
Yep.
Bassett?
Yes.
Ridgway?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll go into executive session. I don't think this will take very long, but it's up to you whether you wait or not.
Is anything gonna be decided afterwards? Probably not.
Probably not.
Have a lovely evening.
No.